Hello, how's it going? My name is Patrick. You probably know that. And today we're doing a Q&A video. Hell yeah. Today, at the time of filming this, it's been 1 year since I switched channels from this channel to the new main channel, Patrick Moore, and a lot has happened. For a lot of you newcomers that have only seen me in the past year, a lot of you might not know that I've been on YouTube for a long time. This second channel, as you see, has had a large history of videos. And so I just wanted to introduce myself, let you guys know a little bit more about me, and answer your questions, you know? I feel like I don't do that enough with my super scripted videos, so yeah, you guys asked a lot of questions, some serious and personal, and the other ones pretty stupid. So we're just gonna start with the serious ones and then get stupid. We'll get stupid as the video goes on. But before I start answering questions, I just want to say, you know, again, I'm not always the most candid in videos. A lot of it is scripted, but genuinely, this past year and seeing the growth and people enjoying the videos, I try to comment as much as possible, replying to people, but I appreciate it so much. I have been on YouTube for a long time, as, you know, I'll talk about in these questions, and, you know, all I want is for people to enjoy what I make, because I love making videos. So, yeah, let's just get into it then. What made you want to start a YouTube channel, and what are your main inspirations for your channel? So I think with a lot of people my age, I definitely grew up with YouTube, you know, as a kid watching Smosh and, you know, Ray William Johnson and stuff like that. And YouTube became my primary source of entertainment. And so I think I got a flip video camera back at Christmas when I was probably 9 or something. And I immediately started trying to replicate some of the stuff I've seen. I think the first videos I've made were things similar to Ray William Johnson, where I was like, look at this funny video. Isn't this funny? This is a funny video, which I guess isn't much different than what I'm doing now. But then I started doing things kind of based on VFX stuff from Mystery Guitar Man, Freddie W, Corridor Digital, a lot of the you know, heavily edited visual effects, CGI type of stuff, and trying to learn how to do that. My first channel was GD Cover Drummer, which is still active and has me as a kid. And I try to do some of that stuff. I try to do some heavily edited, random type videos. And as time went on, this is going to sound bad, but a lot of my main inspiration came from people like JonTron. He's controversial. H3H3. A lot of stuff happening there. iDubbbz. So, hey man, I didn't fall down the pipeline, okay? But they made kind of the first, you know, commentary style videos that I really liked, and I tried to do some of that, you know? Nowadays, you know, I feel like people like Danny Gonzalez, Drew Gooden, Curtis Connor are kind of the three pillars of the commentary community these days. And I just want to do stuff you know, them and a lot of the other commentary people, that do some heavily edited and scripted planned stuff. God, I'm already ranting, but sorry, I'm answering the question. What's your method of creating a video from idea to posting? I think for starters, you know, I spend a lot of time scrolling through things like TikTok and YouTube and just kind of seeing what people are doing and talking about. And if I have anything to say about it where I can be like, oh, I can make jokes about this or that. I think my main motto or mission statement I wrote down was hey, this is a weird thing online. Let me talk about it. People want to hear about this. And as long as it falls under that criteria, I'm like, yeah, I can make a video about that. So it's usually just okay, save a bunch of TikToks of whatever topic I think of. I try and do the title and thumbnail first, because that's just how YouTube is these days, where it's hey, it's gotta be clickable. It's gotta be interesting. It's gotta be unique as much as it really can be with a lot of the topics that I'm not super unique with, but you know, I try. And then I do full scripts, again, to the T, which is why I don't usually just do these types of videos. And then, yeah, the free time that I have, I still obviously work full-time job. The free time that I have, I'm just all-nighters editing gang, you know? It's mostly just me outside of when I'm like, hey, Brady Cameron, film something with me. Hey, Katya, film something with me. But yeah, it's just like, see some weird shit online, try and write a script about it. If it works out and I'm liking how it goes, then push through all the negative thoughts of it being a bad video or not funny until it reaches the end and you believe in the end result, and then, you know, eventually it'll get done. I'm not the most consistent creator, but videos get done and they get posted, and that's the best part. So, what was your favorite video to make for both of the channels? Okay, this one is easy, and hopefully I don't rant too much. For Cataclysm, it's definitely the Guitar Hero one, where I set out to beat Through the Fire and Flames on Expert, which is like the pinnacle of that game. I like that one the most for the same reason that on Patrick Moore, my favorite is the ASMR boyfriend video. In both instances, I'm like, hey, this is something that I want to try and do. And then just kind of create a commentary video around it. It's fun to talk about random creators or trends or whatever, but if I can put myself out there and like try to do it, like the Guitar Hero one, I did a lot of streams. The ASMR one, I created the channel and recorded and edited my own ASMR boyfriend things. Just the fact of being able to try and do something and have an end result like outside of the video that I enjoy. Those are my most fulfilling videos. I would love to do things more like that, but I do think, like, in general, again, how YouTube works is like, I gotta make things about, you know, topics that people know about. You know, book talk and such is already a trending topic, so let me put my own spin on it, and hopefully over time you guys are like, hey, this Patrick Moore guy makes some good stuff. He tries his best in creating videos where he puts his you know, style onto. Maybe I will watch this video of him trying to do a kickflip, you know? That's a video I want to film one day. But yeah, so in the future, maybe I'll do more of those, but those are my favorite videos. How did you stay sane during your book talk video and all the brain rot you watch? Listen, I don't know if it's obvious by now. I know in the videos I'm like, oh my god, this is so cringe. But I feed off that shit, man. I love watching cringy shit, okay? I know I'm already ranting, but let me just tell you something. Have y'all ever watched Vanderpump Rules? Listen, for all you Vanderpump Rules fans, the last season had the big scandal with Tom Sandoval that cheated on his girlfriend of like 10 years. And then after that, all these videos came out where he's in his cover band, shirtless and singing his heart out like he's the biggest diva ever. Meanwhile, everyone hates him. And those videos are the cringiest things ever, but I love them to death. And that's just an example of like cringe that I love and I just want to watch and talk about and make jokes about, you know? How do you come up with the skits in your videos? I don't know, man. I decide on the topic based on, like, you know, if people are talking about it and I think it would be funny to talk about. And then I'm like, okay, what can I do with the green screen? Oh, what can I do with this prop or whatever? Or if I have like inspiration, like, I mean, even in that one last video where I talked about rage bait, the ending skit is me doing a Healy montage. It doesn't even have anything to do with the video. It's just like, I wanted to do it. You know, I've made videos long enough of every type of like style to where I'm like, you know what? Healy's montage. Screw it. I want to do it. I'm going to find a way to implement it. Do you only plan to do relevant commentary content, or do you have any plans to do a Drew Gooden type thing where you talk about personal things you have issue with? Also, least favorite fast food restaurant. Least favorite fast food? I don't know. Arby's? I don't know. Never had a good experience there. Sonic isn't great either. You can't just do quality over quantity and expect your things to be good. But then again, I probably haven't had enough Sonic to really be an expert on it. So probably Arby's. I don't know. I would love to do more things where it's like, hey, a cat video. Cat toys, you know, I think Drew Gooden did one like that. Let's review them. Things like that. Yeah, I would love to, where it's not just me talking about cringe or TikTok trends, whatever. But again, I think it's fair to say that, like, people aren't just going to care about a random guy talking about whatever. I first need to kind of establish myself and talk about things that are trending. And then if you like me, if you like watching what I have to make, then maybe you'll see my other random nonsense. But I can't just expect people to watch me review cat toys. You know, like, you have to establish some trust there that I can make a good video. But eventually, we'll see. You do a lot of skits. Have you considered a skit-based side project like Man Carrying Thing? My man Andrew Daniels out here asking the real questions. I don't know. I think, like, the biggest thing for me is, like, if I want to do a skit that I think is funny, I will find a way to implement it into a video, you know? I don't think I really need to do, like, its own separate skit type channel. Like, maybe I'll post TikToks like that, who knows? But I think for now it's like, hey, if I want to make a Heelys montage, I'll just come up with a stupid excuse to make it in this video, you know? Same goes with really any skit I want to do. I'll find a way to throw it in there. But yeah, I don't think I really need to do a whole second channel. Too much work. Favorite thing that ever happened to you? That is a deep and vague question. I guess, like, the corny answer is meeting my wife in middle school. It was one of those situations where, you know, if we didn't meet then, we probably wouldn't have met otherwise, because that was one of, like, the only 2 classes we ever had in the history of, like, school together. So the fact that we met there, started talking there, and then, you know, got to the point we are now, my life would be drastically different, you know, and I don't want to think about that. You know, I love my life. I love my wife. And so, yeah, I would say that. But for a sillier answer, well, I guess not silly, but I would say, I guess getting my flip video camera back at Christmas when I was like 9, because again, that kind of started my passion for making videos and everything. And even if I wasn't growing on YouTube and trying to make a name for myself, I guess, I would still make videos. I've been doing it. It's, you know, I have a history, like I said, look back on this channel, and it's just what I'm passionate about. So yeah, those 2 things. Wife and camera. I feel like that doesn't sound equivalent, but, you know, discovering my passion for video stuff. Updates on pets? Yes, see, now we're asking the real questions. Okay, for those that don't know, I've got 3. I've got Alice, Wesley, and Sunny. Alice is a bitch, but she is the most precious, lovable angel ever. She's only a bitch because she kind of runs this house and does whatever she wants if she wants it. She'll wake us up in the middle of the night because she wants food. She complains all the time, but she also is the most cuddly. Wesley is just he's just a goofy boy. He's a sleepy boy. He likes just going on the couch and sleeping for like 6 hours at a time, and then getting into mischief, but he's cute about it, so, you know, I forgive him. Sonny's the baby, and he's over a year old, and he's so much smaller than the other ones, so I don't know if he's gonna grow at all. You know, he's like a forever kitten, who's also like the more skittish one, but then, like, when you pet him, he's like, I will take every pet you can give me for as long as possible. He loves that shit. But then we'll run away the second you know, stand up too tall. I guess sad update for those in the Discord, and on this channel. You might know my previous dog, well, you know, parents' dog, and then moved out to the apartment, so I haven't lived there in a bit, but still my dog, Luna, she passed away. We had to, you know, make that decision. I think it was only like 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago at this point. There's a couple videos on this channel, like, of her and everything, so some of you may, like, know her and all, but yeah, so that's sad, and it's been rough, but, you know, we did what was best for her, and she lived a good, happy life, and I was just happy that she could be comfortable at the end. Yeah, so that's the updates on pets. Best and worst movies you've watched. Okay, see, now let's lighten the mood a bit. Okay, my favorite movies of all time are definitely, like, the Lord of the Rings movies. I think I watch those on a yearly basis, as well as things like How to Train Your Dragon. The Thing is my favorite horror movie. And as far as worst movie, I don't know. I think worst movie really boils down to what's the most boring movie. I think the worst movies can still be good. Like The Uglies on Netflix recently is a terrible movie, but I loved it so much. But if a movie is boring, then it's terrible. I think the best example I can think of right now is the last of the new Jurassic World movies, Dominion, I think it was. Oh my god, I know it's like action dinosaurs and everything, and you'd think that wouldn't be boring, but just how they do it is so formulaic and stupid. And it's like, what, they had a B plot about what was it? I just like smashed my glasses. It was like bugs, insects, whatever. That was the biggest B plot, and then they were on fire? I don't know. That movie sucked so bad that we literally had to leave the theater or like step out for a second and be like, Katya, is this movie as bad as I think it is? Yes, it's so bad. How did they do that? How do they make dinosaurs boring? Maybe this is an unpopular opinion. I don't know. But anyway, I do have a Letterboxd account if you want to check that out, because I know that's public. I don't review everything I watch. It's just when I remember. But yeah, I'm generally very positive about movies. I'm not the biggest critic, but if it's boring, then I hate it. Sorry. Do you like drawing? No, no, I'm not good at drawing. Maybe I could do something like freaking PewDiePie did, where I learned to draw over the course of a year, but I'm not the artistic one in the relationship. Katya is extremely artistic. Every type of thing, you know, painting, making jewelry, like all that stuff. The most artistic thing I've done when it comes to like physical making art is the wood art of like the mountain range that you might have seen in some of the videos. I'll put a picture if I remember to. I made that and I was super proud of it. But no, I can't draw. I just can't. All right, I've ranted long enough, so rapid fire questions. Favorite soup? Loaded potato. Favorite dessert? Rice pudding. I'm not always eating rice pudding, but I don't know. That's just like something about it. Something about it, man. Top 5 favorite drinks. Root beer, the green Red Bull, the dragon fruit one, apple juice. You gotta have water in there, and fucking Red Bull vodkas. I know I had 2 Red Bulls in here, but Red Bull vodkas, man. Give me a Red Bull vodka, and I'm having a good night. Favorite show? Game of Thrones. Yes, I know how it ended, but my god, I was so deep in that lore. You'd think I'd be, you know, an avid reader of the books. I'm not. I will read them eventually, we'll see. Same with House of the Dragon. I just love that world, man. I don't care that people didn't really like the second season. Seeing shit like the dragon taming scene in real life, I guess that's why I like How to Train Your Dragon, was so sick. I love those shows to death. And if we're talking like animated shows, One Piece. I'm not the biggest anime weeb, okay? But I did watch all of One Piece. So if you don't like One Piece, it's because you didn't watch it. Sorry, it's just really good. Favorite bands / artists? All right, listen, I barely listen to new songs, like, at all, new artists at all. So Green Day, okay? Screw you, Green Day. And a lot of other, like, the pop punk artists from that era, 90s, early 2000s. As for newer stuff, I guess I listen to, like, Powerwolf, and Ailstorm. I just like that, like, power metal type shit. And you know what? Female artist, throw in there, Miley Cyrus. She's probably my favorite female artist. I love her voice. So sick. So great. And to go with that, favorite song and why? Green Day, Jesus of Suburbia. Because it was kind of like, I guess, an intro to like rock opera in a sense. And I also loved playing it on drums all the time. I played it all the time. I just love a song that has like a beginning, middle, end, build up, like a story, you know? That's like rock opera, I guess. And yeah, near and dear to my heart. Jesus of Suburbia. What childhood toy would you buy in bulk if you had $1,000? I mean, Pokemon cards, man. I have not stopped collecting Pokemon cards. I guess I'm in a low right now, and I know it got crazy during COVID, but bitch, I was already on that, okay? I wasn't just hopping on the trend. Let's see here. I have a bunch just sitting right here. There's my Dark Blastoise. From every era. I like things from every era. Pokemon cards, pretty sick. And along with that, favorite Pokemon and favorite Pokemon gen. Favorite Pokemon is Arcanine. Not because what, you know, comes up when you Google Arcanine, okay? Not that. I just like Arcanine. He's cool. I used to name every Arcanine that I got, after my old previous dog, Caesar, the original German Shepherd, that I have a tattoo of. So, near and dear to my heart, love Arcanine. And as far as favorite Pokemon gen, I guess Diamond and Pearl era, because that was kind of like my big, like, oh my god, I'm so into this. Like, I started with Ruby, but then once I started Diamond and Pearl, I was like, I'm in. We're in. Yeah, probably that one. Ever play a Like a Dragon game? Nope, but they looked very fun and crazy. I'd play one. Favorite animal? Probably penguins. I don't know. I don't have too much. There's a lot of animals. I like them all. But you see my Club Penguin tattoo, and the fact I spent so much time in Club Penguin. Yeah, penguins are sick. What do you think of hermit crabs? See, now, again, we're getting weirder and weirder as we go on. They're cool. I had a couple, but every one I had was, like, super suicidal. Like, I remember having one that was on, like, my balcony and, like, at my, like, relative's beach house, and they immediately would try to jump off the ledge. Every time. They would just dart right for it. Like, I want to kill myself. And it's like, I'm sorry, brother. You already in captivity. At least I'm letting you, you know, spread your legs. But no, they just kept trying to kill themselves. So I guess they're cool, but they don't like me, I guess. Favorite character in all of media? Again, that is tough and vague. But I will say another basic bitch answer, Link from The Legend of Zelda. Mostly because, like, in every game he's in, especially because he doesn't talk, he's like, I know what I gotta do. I'm going to do it. He's basically like the fantasy version of the Doomslayer. You know how people think he's so fucking badass because he's like, I came here just to kill demons and that's fucking it. But Link is that too. He's like, I've come here to slay evil, save the princess, and get out of here and drink some fucking milk. So he's the sickest. And, you know, obviously I've got a bunch of Zelda shit up there. So yeah. How many backflips can you do in sequence? 0. My work is me sitting at a desk, and my hobbies are me sitting at a desk. I feel like I am melting, like my body is just melting into a sludge of goo on a daily basis. And you think I can jump off the ground, let alone backflip? No, absolutely not. If I stand up too fast, I'll probably go into cardiac arrest and die. Okay? Don't make me do it. Do you gay? Nah, not me, but we fucks with it. All right. Thank you so much for the questions, everybody. I hope I didn't get too ranty, but I absolutely know that I did. I just want to kind of close out by saying, again, thank you so much to everybody that watches the videos, especially people that comment. Again, as you can probably see from the videos, if you comment within the first, like, 7 days, there's, like, a 99% chance that I try to reply to it. So, again, I'm kind of trying to keep this open dialogue. I want to stream some more. I will try to stream either this weekend or next. But yeah, I think the biggest thing is just, you know, I'm just going to keep doing what I've been doing. Hope to reach more people. Hope that you all stick around and don't get tired of me. It's almost impossible for me to keep up a consistent schedule, but I try my best. And yeah, I just appreciate that so many people have been very, you know, supportive and nice in the comments, and they enjoy the videos, and I will do my best to keep those up. Yeah, I'll keep y'all up to date. Join the Discord if you want to, you know, stay up to date with announcements. Look out for streams, and thank y'all for joining me. Have a good one. Bye.